Hello, everybody. Welcoming you to another edition of Creative Possibilities with CFB Promotional Products. And today I am excited to have a conversation with Keith Barbalato, who's going to tell us about some really cool products and one that has been my favorite this summer and for outdoor use because I love being outdoors. So welcome, Keith.
Thanks, Linda. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for, joining us today. And I kind of tiptoed already on one of my new
I know,
favorite
I teased it.
products, but is that something you want to start with or
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
all right. So the excitement's building. Why don't you tell us about the thermostat mosquito repeller?
All right. So I got one right here. So this is a brand new line for us this year. We do focus on working with retail brands, and Thermacell is the leading retail brand in mosquito repellent technology. So what this does is, let's see if I can get this out of the box. Um, Looks like this, comes in a few different colors. We can print your logo right here. But essentially you put a mosquito repellent mat in the top, and in the bottom, it's not in there now, but there's like a fuel cartridge. And literally when you turn it on, it ignites that fuel cartridge, which heats up that mat and kind of dispels the repellent. And so you put this on a table, you're going to get like a 15-foot zone of mosquito protection. The first question people ask if they haven't heard of the brand is, does it work? And if they have heard of it, it's because they use it and love it. And they're like, I have three. I don't go camping without it. I don't sit on my back porch in the summer months without it. And it's certainly, at least here in New York, it's been very muggy and the mosquitoes are very excited. It's their first outing. And I've been using this and it's been great.
And I can vouch for the product. Like I said, I've been using it on my camping trips and I will not go on another trip
Yeah.
without it. It's my new favorite item to
Yeah.
use.
What's nice about it too is like there's no sprays, it's non-scented, there's no DEET. All of the ingredients we're transparent about is, naturally derived chemicals that are safe, EPA tested and all that, so everything is proper.
Very
One of our earlier orders was a company picnic, and at the end of that picnic, not only did they use the product, but then people could take it home. So you had this nice, like, kind of integrated, you're using it and people are enjoying it, and then they're actually able to take it at the end and bring it home with them, which is very cool. We just got an order today actually for it was a camp, so like a children's camp actually, and it says on there it's like no mosquitoes and like crossed out the mosquito for their branding, which was kind of cool, and then the name of the camp. So yeah.
And it's a really creative way to have brand recognition on the individual tables, but then also get into the good graces of the attendees because then they have a gift to remember the event. So
Right.
kind of like a souvenir, but then also use it on a daily basis to be reminded of, the special time and that they actually cared that you weren't going to be bitten by mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's true. It's a great point. We one of the nice things about co-branding with a name brand, it's something that people want. It's something useful. It's something they can integrate into their life. They're using it when they're out with their families and having a nice time. So it's a good association with your brand and something of high quality.
Yeah. And sticking with the great outdoors theme, I know that you guys have a new water bottle line or the non-water bottle line.
Right. Yes. So you are talking about Vapor, which I left in the packaging, just so you guys can see, like, comes in really nice retail packaging that kind of explains everything. But I will take it out. There's no water in this one, but you can see it's pretty transparent. It's the goal is minimum use of plastic. So there's a lot of sustainability kind of built into the ethos of this company. One of their goals is to replace single-use plastic water bottles. So it's very sturdy, but a thin plastic. And basically what you do is there's a spout on here. There's a carabiner clip. And when you open this, you can drink from it. You can twist this out and fill it with water. But essentially it's a very easy to travel with water bottle. And the cool thing is, if it's not obvious already, is that it folds up. So once you're done with it, literally this can fit in your pocket. So if you didn't have a bag with you, or just like a really minimal bag. So great for travel, great for obviously for camping, but really just everyday use. We're seeing one of our first orders for this was actually with an NCAA college like a March Madness tournament game, and they gave this out in the stadium, which is super cool. You know, we're seeing a lot with athletics, a lot with universities, but really kind of across the board, promoting hydration, promoting sustainable, practices. Who can't get behind that?
Absolutely. And again, as a company that named their company after her dogs, it's also dog friendly. So those little pooches can also get a quick drink on
That's
the go.
That's right. There is a model. I don't have it with me right now. There's a little roller ball at the top, and so literally the dog can lick the bottle, and the water comes out. It's like lick activated. If it wasn't clear, the this is where the logo goes. We can do up to 4 color pad prints on these, but it's a nice size. You get a nice piece of real estate on the product with your logo.
Very cool. Well, let's switch gears a little bit and then go indoors. And I know that you have another line of products called the Boogie Board. So tell us a little bit about the Boogie Board.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you asked. So this is a brand new product of ours, and if there is kind of a theme with the items that we carry, generally being like outdoor lifestyle products. This is a little bit different, which is fun for us. This is a reusable writing tablet. This has a folio case on it. And when you fold that back, it comes with a stylus it's magnetic on here, and basically you can write whatever. I'm just making scribbles that you probably can't really see that well, and you hit erase at the top. Sorry, I had the lock button on, so that'll go away. So basically what you have here is a reusable writing tablet. This is not like an iPad. There's no memory on this. It is really, I use it almost pretty much every day. I do a lot of to-do lists on here. A lot of, like, if I'm taking a phone call, I'm just kind of jotting down, maybe it's a credit card or a phone number or email address. So it's almost like my little jot pad, which is nice because it's reusable. I'm not just like making, I used to kind of just make a lot of waste with my notebook. And this is like a really kind of sleek, cool piece of technology to be able to take my notes like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
I'm notorious for having sticky notes all over my desk, and it's definitely a good tool to replace the sticky notes, but have some substance where they won't blow off your desk, or maybe even keep it a little bit more organized. Um,
Right.
who are some of the clients or industries that you're seeing using the Boogie Board?
Oh, you know what? A very universal product. We're definitely seeing a lot of education. Definitely seeing a lot of big orders for healthcare as well. But it's kind of a general office use product. So we're getting across the board, but definitely I would say healthcare, if I had to pick one, has been kind of keen on this. Which is interesting. There is something to, like, if you're like recording sensitive information, there's no way to save this. There's no like data leak kind of thing happening. It's just something you have on here. You have the note and you can erase it. It does come with apps where you can like sync your phone and take a picture of it and kind of file it and save the information. So it does have that sort of ability. It's not just all just you write something and then erases. You get a little bit of best of both worlds, but I find just using it as like kind of like I said, that daily to-do list or something like that has been awesome.
So we talked a little bit about outdoor stuff and we talked about indoor stuff. So now we're going to show a product called the transforming lamplight, which covers both. So tell us about the transforming lamplight.
All right, so I got one right here. This is a cool item. It's 3 different lights in one, and I think has a lot of great uses. So for one, you can use it as a lantern. So you can just hold on to this here, and walk your dog or whatever, do some work around the house, even placing it, kind of giving you area light. It also shines a light through the bottom, so you could hold it like so, and now it's a flashlight. Um, and then what's really cool about this is it opens up and transforms into a desk lamp. uh, or just kind of like a work light. I've used it for, you're working, you need a little extra light on a specific spot, on like a woodworking project or something, and you could put this right on a table, and it stands like that for you. So you got three different functionalities, and just super cool that it just transforms into kind of whatever, lighting that's best for you.
And I love that because it could be an executive gift, it could be an outdoors gift, it can be a company gift, an employee gift. There's so many uses for it. It can be imprinted. It is
Yes.
it pad printed, laser engraved. What's the
Yes, we pad print the front. This sample I had doesn't have the logo on it, but right on the front there. So it's kind of cool when the light hits it too, illuminates the logo a little bit.
very neat. And does that come boxed?
Yes, this comes boxed.
Okay, very cool. So we're on this topic of lights, and if anyone has ever gotten a flashlight of any kind, I am confident that you've heard of Maglite. They are the powerhouse in flashlights. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Maglite?
Yeah, so I have one here with me. Uh, so Maglite is USA made. It comes in this nice gift box, and with the batteries included, instructions. We laser engrave the logo, so it makes a really great presentation. It comes in all sorts of sizes, colors, different power. We sell incandescent, we sell LED, all sorts of price points. So it's a cool line because it's like I want a Maglite, I want to spend $10 or I want to spend $100, and you can kind of get the right mag light for whatever situation you're in. But it really makes a splash, especially with the right, the right industry where someone knows what that name means and that it's USA made, um, and that their logo's on that. This is a lifetime product that isn't going anywhere. So someone's going to keep this, and it's going to be special to them. It'll be the first thing in their toolbox that they grab, or even sit right in that kitchen drawer like all the time, and that logo's there. So it gives a lot of impressions.
Right. And it's a high perceived value gift, right? It's
Exactly.
tapping into a recognized brand, but it's also made in the USA and it's a quality product. So that's also going to spiral into recognition of your own brand, right? And elevate your own. Well,
Exactly.
very cool. So I know another made in the USA product line that you guys represent is Zippo.
Right.
Um, Zippo is a lighter company, but why don't
Mm.
you tell us a little bit about that and the cool features of your Zippo lighters?
Sure. So yes. So Zippo is made in the USA, right here in Pennsylvania. I'm in New York, so kind of close. But yes, it's made in USA, right in the box there. Comes in a nice, cool gift box. What's cool about Zippo is they do really incredible graphics. So this one's actually laser engraved, but you can see we can make use of the entire surface. This one is a digital print, maybe a little hard to see, but this is full color. So you can do full color, full surface, and start doing really creative, cool designs. We do, like I said, laser engrave. We can pad print these. We can do full color digital. We had somebody recently, a trucking company. They had like a really beautiful image, of their truck, driving on the road, and they put that whole, photograph right on the front cover. Made a really cool piece. So again, similar to what you were saying, USA made, but also like something someone's going to keep forever. This is not just about smoking. It's a household item. There's a lighter is great for many situations. So we're seeing a broad use. Not to mention cannabis, of course, but there is certainly a wide range of people using this kind of product.
And it can be used as an employee milestone gift or recognition or safety programs too, right? So it can um really be included in your different marketing aspects and communicating a message, but tie it into a brand that people know, like, and trust. um,
Absolutely.
what's the minimum order on a Zippo lighter?
So minimum order is normally 48 pieces. For you, Linda, and your audience, I'd be happy to do 30-piece minimums.
Very cool.
Um, so yeah, it's not too high. I did want to show, I do have a little bonus. I have the Zippo heat banks here as well. And so they come packaged like this. But what this is a power bank, and a hand warmer in one. So it's something you can hold on to. It's going to heat up, but also you could charge your phone. So full color prints on the front cover, uh, or this one's laser engraved, even though it's hard to see. A few different models where like this one's got a 3-hour lifespan before you have to recharge it. This one has 9, so you kind of have a spectrum of a good, better, best. Holiday time comes around quickly. This is one of the best received products I think that we sell in that holiday time. It's just a good holiday kind of winter tie-in.
And I would imagine that it's good in many different settings, like the truck drivers who are out in the cold, or some construction crews, right? But also, don't discount that a female would use it too, because they go to their children's
Right.
soccer games and their
Absolutely.
football games, and anyone that's tailgating would benefit from this type of
Absolutely.
product.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, almost a cop out to say it's universal. I keep saying that with a lot of these, but it really is. There's nobody that even the toughest men amongst us, like you mentioned, their hands can get cold, and it's nice to warm up. So, even hunting trips to trucking to, kids soccer game, or just walking your dog at night and it's cold, things like that.
Very neat. So, sticking with that rugged and the outdoorsy and the made in
Yeah.
the USA themes that we've been talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
tell us a little bit about Leatherman.
Yeah, yeah, it would be couldn't have this talk without showing Leatherman. So Leatherman is one of our top selling product lines. If I'm assuming most people are familiar with Leatherman, but it is a USA made product. We laser engrave here on the back side of most of them on the handle. And if you're not familiar with this is the best, highest quality plier based multi-tool. I believe it was the first to be, there's Swiss Army, of course, but as far as a plier base where it opens up into pliers, this was the first. Obviously, there's other implements on here. If I can open them, you have things like a knife on here and screwdrivers. Don't want to hurt myself.
And
Um,
please don't
so
do
I'll be careful, but I got the knife out without cutting myself. Um, but this again, I think as far as high perceived value, especially with specific industries, agriculture, manufacturing, energy, some of these large, um, obviously construction, these kind of large industries, safety programs, they love this item.
And it's a gift that is going to get used. And that means that your logo is going to be seen over and over again, and
Exactly.
it's going to be appreciated. So it's something to think about.
Exactly.
I know that you also have an electric candle lighter.
That's right. I do. Um, So this is our electric candle lighter. We have about 5 different models in the line. This is the newest one, so I figured I would demonstrate this. What makes this one unique is the flexible neck. So you can kind of get the right angle when you're trying to get to a hard to reach candle wick, or maybe even the barbecue. Um, for those that haven't seen an electric lighter, basically, it doesn't run on fluid. It runs on an electric spark, which might be hard to see. Kind of see it there, actually.
See it?
Uh, so yes, you get that blue kind of electric spark. Sorry if the might create like a high pitched sound on the camera. But basically, that electricity is hot enough to light anything. Like I mentioned, candle wicks, obviously, but even like a gas stove or a barbecue. Um, you recharge it here. It comes with a USB cable. And this one even tells you what the charge level is. So this is 3 out of 4. So you get a little indicator of like, okay, I need to recharge it. Has the safety switch, but you can turn it off. Um, Again, one of our best selling product lines. I think people just have fun
And
showing this off.
and
Uh,
this is from the Cedar Creek brand line,
this,
correct?
this is Cedar Creek,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So the last item that I think we were going to talk about today is the snowflake tool.
Yes.
This is a little keychain that's got a mighty, mighty, mighty present. So why
Yeah.
don't you tell us about that?
All right. Good introduction to this one. So I have it in the packaging first because it is very cool packaging. I actually designed this, so I'm maybe extra proud, but it kind of shows you on the back all the different tools on here, and I'll take one out. So we engrave right on the front here, and this has 17 different tools on one product. It comes with a key ring, so you have the little key ring hole, but there's all different wrench slots on here. Um, and all kinds of screwdrivers as well. So I've actually, when we first brought this in, I was like, how, I got to put this to the test. How useful is this? And for like these hex wrench slots, it's my go-to when I'm just like, let me just try that first. Like it's in the kitchen drawer. Let me just grab something. And most of the time, this does the job.
Yeah, and how many of us need a screwdriver and we're like, which one do we need? But it actually has a couple of different options on there in one tool. So for people like me, it's definitely useful.
Yeah,
So the decoration method is engraving, correct?
that's correct. Yeah,
So it's not going to wear off and it's going to be a forever imprint, which is again a really nice feature on a product.
exactly.
Well, Keith, you have given us some wonderful ideas today, and I really appreciate you taking the time to join us. But
Yeah.
it's not inclusive of everything they offer. And we just wanted to show you some of the creative options out there. And the goal of this show is always to get those creative juices flowing. We want you to tell us who your audience is, what you're trying to do, and let us come up with some creative ideas that are going to make your receivers go wow and think of you each time. So if you want to discuss ideas or you've seen something that Keith showed us today, reach out to me, Linda Milano at CFB Promotional Products, and you could best reach me at 856-513-6610.